Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going over everything that I think you may need to start your very own journal. To clarify, I am going to be talking about this style of journaling in particular today, but if you are looking to get into this style of journaling, all you're really going to need is a notebook and a pen. This video is sort of like a part 2 to my how to start journaling video. So if you're looking for more practical tips on how to get into the act of journaling, I would recommend checking out that video first. I will say that all the things on this list are things that I like to use. Journaling is very personal, so whatever you use or put in your journal is totally up to you. Apart from the first thing on the list, which of course is a journal. I'm currently using this Leuchtturm one for 2025, but the main choice that you really have to make is what type of paper you want. For this particular style of journaling, dotted and blank pages are what I find works best. And then also what GSM you want, which is basically just the thickness of the paper. Mine is 120 GSM, I believe, but here is a little graphic that might help you deduce what type of GSM that you would prefer. Because this type of journaling involves a lot of layering and stuff, I would say the thicker the paper, the better. The color of your journal cover is also a pretty big decision. I know that Leuchtturm, which is the brand that I have, has a crazy variety of colors. Also, as a sidebar, I'm not going to be giving many specific stationery recommendation in this video, but if you guys are curious as to what specific supplies that I use, I'll leave it in the description. Next up on the list is photos. Photos take up like 80 to 90% of my journal pages, so this is very crucial. I do not own a printer right now, so I will actually print my photos at my local print shop, but I have heard that you can sometimes print like X amount of pages per month at your local library, so I am going to try that out for myself tomorrow. Portable photo printers like this one here are also a good option if you want something fast. I also love going to photo booths and using these strips in my journal, or Polaroids as well. To actually create the printout, I will usually just use Microsoft Word, but Canva also works for this too, and just arrange all of the photos and resize them onto the page as I would like them to be. Sometimes I'll even make fun elements and frame the photos like this on Canva too, which is super fun. With this style of journaling, I am often printing pictures both from my camera roll and then also like inspo photos from Pinterest as well, so usually when I print out sheets it's a mix of the two. Next up is ephemera, which is my favorite part of my journal pages just because they're so unique and distinct and they represent a memory without being a photo, if that makes sense. If you don't know, ephemera just refers to collectible memorabilia, so if you're like me and have a shoebox filled with random receipts, movie tickets, letters, tags, literally whatever, then you have ephemera. I feel like I collect the most ephemera when I travel. I literally brought a massive Ziploc bag filled with like receipts, train tickets, glassine bags, napkins, literally anything you could think of when I went to Europe last summer. But ephemera can also be collected from the most simple of days, which is arguably even more sentimental and special and beautiful. So things like fruit stickers, tea bags, even just the sleeve of your morning coffee cup can all be used as ephemera. Another thing I love about ephemera is the fact that I can be creative with it and find fun and different ways to layer the ephemera along with the photos and other stuff that I'm using in my journal. There's literally so many different techniques to explore and learn about, which is exactly where the sponsor of today's video, Skillshare, can help out. If you didn't know already, Skillshare is the largest online community for creatives with classes on topics ranging from illustration, design, productivity, and of course journaling. I've been taking Abby Sai's new class on everyday journaling, where she details creative ways on how to document your life, which of course we love. I'm really trying to explore different prompts, layout ideas, and styles of my journaling, so this has been very helpful for me. As much as I love journaling, you guys, I have so many other hobbies too, like digital arts and content creation, which Skillshare has classes and learning paths for. Learning paths are basically like a curated collection of classes that they do, which is super cool. But those are the next topics that I'll be exploring over there, and I'm very excited about it. So if you are looking to grow in your creativity this year, the first 500 people to use my link in the description will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Get started today, and thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this portion of today's video. The next item on the list is stickers, and I love stickers so bad. You guys probably already know this. I've always had a fondness for stickers ever since I was a kid, so I love that journaling has given me the opportunity to use my sticker collection. I actually had a friend tell me that they will put off using their cute stickers because they just love them so much, which I can definitely relate to. But let me just say, you will appreciate the sticker so much more in your personalized journal rather than it collecting dust and begging to be used in its sticker sheet. So this is your reminder to use those cute stickers that you haven't been using. I just love how stickers elevate the journal page and kind of act as like a final touch over the photos and the layering of it all. What's also cool about stickers is that it can really like tie together the vibe of the page. I like doing color themes for my pages, kind of, where I'm keeping a consistent like color scheme going on, and I feel like stickers really help add to that and bring everything together. I know I said I wasn't going to talk about specific stationery, but Martina's Tiny Store has some of the cutest like Pinteresty type stickers. So the next thing that I have on this list is washi tape. I used to have like a massive collection of washi tape, but now I literally only use this one singular roll pretty much. How you use washi tape really depends on what your style of journaling is, but I usually will just put like a small piece on one side of the border of a picture, and that way it kind of looks like it's being stuck down with the washi tape, if that makes sense. It just adds a fun texture to the page, which I love. I also love how accessible washi tape is and how easy it is to use for the most part, so it's something that you can think about adding to your journal. Next up on the list is scrapbook paper, and I love scrapbook paper, you guys, because if you don't have a lot of photos, or if you just can't think of like a cool layout idea for your page, scrapbook paper will save you. Honestly, just adds so much to the page. Of course, you can use scrapbook paper like this, but personally for me in my journal, I love using upcycled paper. So for example, I have this duplicate eclipse book that I have, or this music sheet book. These two are my personal favorites. I basically will just rip up the page and use it either as a full background or in the corners of the page, just however I'm feeling. And these are so easy to get because you can just thrift them and it'll last you forever. Next up, I want to talk about the main tools that you might need for your journal. So there are so many different supplies out there that people say that you need for your journal, and honestly I feel like it can be narrowed down to just these four things, which is scissors, glue, a binder clip, and your favorite pen. There's not really too much I have to say about these, just if you get ones that are good quality you'll be set. Although I will say for the glue, I personally like using a regular glue stick for printer paper and thinner pieces of ephemera, and then I like using glue tape for thicker photos like Polaroids or thicker ephemera like business cards and stuff like that. The last thing on my list for today is a comfy spot to do your journaling. I personally love to sit at my desk to journal just because it is spacious and it's a flat surface to lay out all of my supplies. But if you like to be a little bit more cozy and relaxed while journaling, I also love sitting on my bed sometimes, and then I'll put like an ambiance video on the TV or a movie or something just to get super cozy. I just feel like a key of being creative in your journal and getting the most out of the overall experience is to be in an environment where you feel safe and comfy and cozy. Getting inspired for your journal is also another component that you might be interested in, and if so, you can check out my Instagram and my TikTok. I post a lot of my journal pages over there, and then of course on this channel I have some journal with me's and flip throughs that might help inspire you. So there are all of the things that I think you would need to start journaling. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned a thing or two maybe, and I will see you guys in my next video.